Y'all know what it is. It's another episode of Fried Footie. We're here to give y'all the best, hottest, greatest football takes of the week. Trent is at Real Madrid and the fans are upset. They're sick. After one game, they saw him play defense and they're sick. Barcelona, they might have wrapped up La Liga already with their new signing. The Club World Cup, there's like 10 people in the stands. But forget all that, because we got the messiest man in New York City producing our show, and he wants to talk about Lamine Yamal's relationship with a 30-year-old woman.
Whoa,
That's how we're starting this. That's how we're starting things off. I'm seeing a child with a grown woman, and everyone's okay with it.
That's kind of messy. I didn't know.
Everyone's cool with it.
I mean, that's how they get down in Europe. Europe is very, very fluid with like sex positive. You see Sex Education?
I did see.
No, I've seen it.
The great show. Shout out to the Brits. They're fluid over there. Like age is nothing but a number. Word to Aaliyah.
Look at your man Macron, right?
Yes, his wife. Is like
Jamal's just trying to get like him.
It's a European.
Right. So
the American mind can't comprehend. That's all that is.
Just to add clarity for those who may not be in the know, we're talking about the future GOAT. Lamine Yamal, future GOAT, current GOAT, future GOAT, we're all in agreement. Nonetheless, the kid is 17. He is come out in the news that he is on holiday, word to my Euros, that's how they talk.
Yeah.
On the boat with a 30-year-old. And we talked about the age. The age is one thing. 30, 17, we can get into all of that. My biggest disappointment was that she didn't really move the needle. Like, I don't care how old she was. She didn't really move the needle.
Robbie said, screw statutory rape. She is mid.
If you're gonna come out with somebody your first time, this is Lamine Yamal's debut. We ain't never seen him with no fine shit. We still haven't.
No, he did. No, he had a girl. He had a girl cheated on him. It was very public.
Yeah, we did, and she was his age. To be fair.
Fair.
Okay.
Lamine thinks she fine shit. Like Lamine was back in the comments.
Yeah, I saw that.
Shout out to Brad, because Brad is a messy ass researcher. And Brad did some digging. I was like, hold on. He been in the comments since he was 13. Secondly, did you know Lamine's dad, under the age of 40, is dating a 22-year-old? Like, maybe that's just the vibes in the Yamal household.
That's how the Yamal men get down.
That's how they get down.
Lamine's dad living John Moran's dad's wildest dream.
That's unfair.
But okay, so what have you thought of the response that people have given it though? Because I've seen a lot of people being like, someone's got to talk to Lamine. Where is the team leadership? Like he can't go down this path. Like he's really screwing up here. Do you guys see it that way?
Two things. We have got into the dating lives of multiple soccer players at this point, messy as hell. Just want to keep pushing that out there. Secondly, no, man. 17-year-old, do you know what it means to be Lamine Yamal? Like, I don't. And it seems lit. Like, being 17 and having cats argue whether or not you may be the current GOAT or not, whether they be idiots like us or others, has to do numbers for your psyche. So I think he's having the time of his life. He'll come back to like 25-year-old soon. But right now, run it up, my boy. Run it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's, like we said, it's holiday. They're not playing. He's not playing, you know what I'm saying? It would be different if this was the middle of La Liga, on international break or something. Like, it's June. Do your thing. Again, I've already told y'all, you got to pop out with something better. That's all I'm saying. Especially after you got cheated on. You popping out to show off the hurt. You trying to flex on the Joe that cheated on you.
First of all, maybe the American mind cannot comprehend that this is fine shit.
I can't comprehend the standards, the criteria for that. Nah.
I think this is a reminder that Lamine Yamal has very recently been a child, right? So he like you said, Chuck, he liked this woman's Instagram post when he was 13 years old and she was 26. And at that point, she probably seemed like an unattainable goddess. No matter what,
that's a problem right there. That's a problem right there because I saw the pic when she was 26. When I was 13, I would not have thought that was unattainable.
Yeah, the American mind cannot. You're not. We
need to get Yamal around some black people. That's what I think I'm realizing. He's stuck over in Spain and he's brainwashed.
No funny shit. I saw
somebody with some proper lowers.
Hold on. I saw this crazy graphic of Europe and how they like relate to blackness, and just know Spain was not good on the
bro,
chart.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm trying to tell you, he's settling.
Funny enough, Serbia, really great on the charts for black people.
I mean, I saw the chart.
I'll send you the chart.
No, I saw the chart. I would wonder if we tested that in real life. But respect to the chart, I don't know where the sourcing came from, but respect to the chart. I saw the color graph. I saw that they were very green to the dark skinned folks.
That's all I'm saying.
I've been to Spain. I can confirm, chart or not, in person I was there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the darkest guy in the room, but I saw the difference. I know what's going on. So I'm looking at your mom.
Just an El Negro.
Yeah, I mean, I think that for his purview, when he's looking around Barcelona, I'm sure she looked just fine. But what I'm saying is, we're just saying, you're 17, you have the world in your hand, bro. We gotta import something. We gotta import something.
I heard Lotto over there. I heard Lotto in Europe right now. Let's see if we
come on, bro.
Let's see if we can get her and the homegirls to put up on your mom.
She got a sister. She got a younger sister. Let's talk.
I shoot shit up for Brooklyn too, for sure.
Hey,
yo, Yamal Summer in Brooklyn, very different view of the world.
Come hang with me.
I could put Yamal onto some shit right now that I have him drop that 30-year-old right now.
I'll take him to fucking Hyattsville, and I let him practice all his Spanish.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
We get it in right there.
He go up to Dykeman, he's not leaving.
Look at Langley Park. Honduras. I give him whatever he wants. You tell me what nationality, I get it for him. Mexican, I got you, boy.
I'm telling you, bro. Me and Brad take him up to Dykeman. He ain't gonna want to leave. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, that might be too much. Let's work him up north.
Yeah, we might ruin his career taking him to Dykeman. Got to be careful.
Yeah.
Someone else who may have ruined their career, Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's just Trent now, obviously since he went to Real Madrid. That's it. Alexander-Arnold doesn't exist. Had his first game this week playing for Real Madrid, and Real Madrid fans are not liking him. Rodney, you were texting me about this. What did you notice?
I mean, me personally, I noticed everything that I said what was going to happen. I know it's just one game. Again, they're going against Al Hilal, at best, below average team in the world view of football. And again, I don't want to say too much because I know this isn't the Champions League or anything in terms of importance and severity of implications. But at the same time, they were picking on him. They literally were seeking him out, making the ball go around the field, and we're going to go down this left side of the field every single time. We're attacking the right back every single time. They were switching field and intentionally going after Trent. I understand that it was an offsides, but they attacked and scored a goal. It was close. You know what I mean? And then, of course, they got a penalty chance, again, building up play from that left side.
Penalty wasn't on him, bro. Don't do that.
The world is different when you don't got Van Dijk next to you. The world is different when you don't got Van Dijk next to you. It's just all it is. So we're going to see how much $250,000 a week goes to a guy who can't play defense and he's on your back line. And Van Dijk is not there.
What I text Brad, same issues with the back line. I think that was the biggest thing that I saw. Trent didn't have a good game, but once again, the whole idea is that, I feel as though we've been saying, that's not Trent's, that's not what his greatest attribute is. It's crazy to me that a right back's greatest attribute isn't being defensive. But that's neither here nor there. I have been shamed. Listen. That was Brad. That's Brad's boy. So I'll let Brad do the capping for that. But to my point, in the second half, what they did do was they subbed Guler and they moved Trent up and more into the midfield attack. And okay, it wasn't as bad. So once again, one game, I'm gonna keep the same mind. But to everything Roddy said was on point. I don't think Roddy said a damn thing wrong in his analysis of maybe the first 45 minutes of this game. But to Zalby's credit, they made a change. They made an adjustment. They put him in the midfield attacking, and he didn't look as bad for 20 minutes.
Hey, man, making an adjustment against Al Hilal first half of the first game.
Listen.
It's a good sign. It's a good sign.
The GOAT wasn't there.
Who?
Yeah. I was surprised at how quickly Real Madrid fans turned on Trent. Obviously, it's not all of them, but the shit they were writing on Twitter, they were coming for him. I'll read you. I'll read one of them I found. This dude said, Trent es un defensor terrible. No son el tipo de jugadores que necesitamos en Real Madrid. Por favor, arresten a Perez por gastar 10 millones en él. Vázquez es mejor que él. This dude said arrest the president, Perez, for spending $10 million on Trent because he's so bad. Madrid fans are crazy. This is his first game, and you know he's not that good on defense. If you are shocked that he's a little shaky on defense, you have not been paying attention. He's there for his chance creation. The one bad thing is he had a really bad day at that too.
Yeah, he sailed a few balls.
Yo, he was overhitting everything. I think he'll figure that out. But it was a nightmare day.
This is my thing. Can I just say something about us here? Every time in the comments they be like, Americans don't know. Motherfuckers, we've been on the Trent camp, at least 2 to 3 of us have been on the Trent don't play no fucking defense for like 4 months now. Like this isn't some he just got to no. Like halfway through Premier League last year, I feel like we were screaming, the man don't play no fucking defense. So like to Brad's point, don't hit me today talking about defense terrible. Like no, like it's been there. Like nah, bro.
Defense terrible.
What the fuck? You too late for that.
That's. Yeah, and also, I mean, the Liverpool fans too. I feel like they're getting to take this victory lap on Trent that they've been waiting for a long time. Where they've been letting the defensive stuff slide. Obviously,
that's their boy,
and also defending him endlessly. And now I feel like they're the first people now in the comments just going at Trent.
I feel it, but listen, if Trent scores a goal or sets up a goal in maybe like the championship round of this whatever final, I'm going to be hearing that this tournament doesn't matter. So all I'm going to say is that like let's wait till summer ends and then we can make some real assessments about Trent game. Now, listen, what we see is what we see. We're using our eyes. So it was a bad day at the office today for sure, but let's not make declarations about his career at Madrid after a half.
Yeah, I think even bigger picture, just not on Trent. Like you're looking at Madrid and this. I mean, they just have a lot of holes still. Like this doesn't look like a team that's a lock to win La Liga or a lock to win.
Listen,
and with all the money that they're spending and all the names and profile that they have, you would think that this is a super team, and it doesn't feel that way. With
Trent out in that second half, that back line was still getting attacked. They were still making runs, still getting solid chances. So, to your point, it's not just Trent.
Hey, maybe Al Hilal is just nice like that, bro. Maybe they're just really good.
Al Hilal, they got a couple old ballers. Like Kubiali used to be one of the best center backs in the world.
Ruben, he won the
Ruben Neves,
the Europe joint last week for Portugal with the kick and with the final penalty kick. So, shout out to him.
Yeah, Chuck, have you seen your boys, Man U, have said that they won't even allow, Ruben Amorim, the manager, says he won't even allow Rashford, Sancho, Antony, or Garnacho to be part of the whole team for the preseason tour.
I mean, listen, man. Standing on, are you not clocking T that he's standing on business? Like, word to my boy Justin Bieber. But that's how it is, man. Like, I don't see how anybody who's been listening to anything Ruben has said since he's got here can think that this wasn't in the cards. Word to Rodney said it. Rodney said once he left Rashford, he told Rashford not to come back, that was it. That was the final. I didn't believe. Rodney was 100% correct. And I think Ruben is making the right decision. Look, this team needs to move forward. This is what it has to be. It can't be a kind of in purgatory of the old regime, his regime, and what he wants in the future. So if this is a full break from the past and moving forward, then I think it has to be. And also, like, to be fair, I know every time Antony did something in La Liga, look at it, but like
he balled out at Real Betis. He did.
He balled out. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like that verbiage in itself was not the case. So like,
what do you mean?
He had some good highlights.
Yes, he had some good highlights.
Real Betis did not want to.
He had like 10 goals.
He had like 10 goals. Are you sure? Because that's the type of shit I'm talking about. Check how many goals he had while he was at Real Betis. Check how many goals. Let
me hit that chat GPT real quick.
Check how many goals. But my point is that like Rashford, when he had moments, all I would hear about is da-da-da. But like, to Rodney's point, there were more highlights. There were more good moments than solid play amongst these players to say that I really want them back. And shit, Sancho, Chelsea made it to the Champions League. It was like, too much. We don't want that. So like these guys, they're not big losses in my opinion.
Yeah, because the thing with these guys is they are all, to me, very similar players. One in position, in tactics, and just like in just how they play. Like These aren't defensive guys at all. They're not giving you much. None of these guys are giving you much on defense. Offense, just in terms of creation, finishing, however you want to say it, mixed bag, mixed reviews. We've got, Garnacho all the way down here. We can work our way up from there, but none of it's been super consistent to justify them not playing defense, to justify all of their price tags in terms of weekly wage or the price that it costs to even get them on the team to begin with. So, to Chuck's point, this is Ruben taking out the trash. These guys don't fit what he wants to do at the end of the day. Whatever you want to say about their skill, whatever opinion you have, they don't fit Ruben. And that's the big point that I think Chuck's making, is that they don't fit the vision forward. Ruben told us from jump, he has a plan.
Yep.
So this is his first year of actually trying to implement his plan. We'll see if it works, but I was saying it all last year. Man, you never had the horses to judge Ruben properly. He came in the middle of the year. He had to work with what he had. He kind of tried doing what they wanted to do. Then he switched and said, no, we're just going to do what I'm going to do, even if it doesn't work for y'all. Figure it out. And now this is the first summer where he can take out the trash and actually bring in people who fit very specific roles for him. So if I'm a Man U fan, I'm actually a little excited. I'm a little excited. We have some optimism because Ruben might be a good coach. We really don't know. He might have an eye for talent that we haven't seen because he's stuck with all these fucking jabronis. Like, we don't know. So if I'm a Man U fan, I'm optimistic. I mean, are they good? No, but I'm optimistic.
I like how you snuck that in there, but whatever.
Rodney, how much money, if you were Man U, would it take for you? How much money would it take to get Garnacho?
If you're taking his whole wage, you can have him for free.
That's crazy. That's a guy I think he got bids for like 50, 60 million last year.
Well,
it's not last year.
Whoever turned that down, fire them. That's who needs to be arrested. If someone came to you and said, I have 50 million for Garnacho for you, and I don't know off the top of my head how much they paid. I think it was around that number. So you basically can just break even on Garnacho.
Nah, they got him as a youth player cheap.
Oh, even better. You could have made they're laying people off, and they are keeping $50 million away when they're making layoffs. That's malpractice. That's actually terrible. Whoever made that decision actually should come and talk about that. Like, I would want to interview them on Fried Footie and have them explain their actions, because that's insane. Like, they need to be in front of a grand jury. That's actually wild. So I understand that Garnacho's price tag is what, 70 million or 60? That's what they hope for now.
40. Now it's like 40. They've revised it down on the website.
Yeah, because they know that people fucking farting on the phone when they kind of call somebody and say you want them for 50 mil. Like, absolutely not. But my realistic answer is I would probably take like 25. Like, no funny, if someone offered me 25 and you took his full wage, I probably would let him go.
I feel like you hate Garnacho more than I've heard you talk any other player in world football.
He just is not good, and it just.
But there's a fire in you to tell the world that he's not good, and I appreciate it.
It is what it. I mean, someone has to. Clearly, it was going. The tide was turning one too many ways towards the right. I had to pull it back. I'm trying to do humanity a service.
Y'all are crazy, bro. Y'all crazy.
Yeah. Something else that seems to be a little lost is the World Cup attendance at the Club World Cup. Do you think this tournament is a flop?
Well, before you what is
the Club World Cup?
What is the issues with the World Cup attendance?
Right. So the Club World Cup is the best professional teams from every league around the world playing in the United States for like who's the champion of all the professional leagues. Okay. The problem is a lot of these teams are horrible. Like Man City played.
I thought that's what it was, but
Man City played the best team from Morocco, for example. Germany, Bayern Munich won a game 10-0 in the first game. It's like some of this shit is a
Real Madrid playing a Saudi team.
You got to give them that, but I think in general what's been interesting is there's no fans at these. Like, it's kind of been embarrassing because it's at 3 p.m. in the United States.
Who's embarrassed?
We've been talking about the American mind cannot comprehend. And once again, we do not do midday sporting events. No. And the one that we do, baseball, nobody be like, it is not a thing to have jam-packed baseball games in like the middle. Every now and then, heart of the summer, got kids out. There's certain stadiums that give, but for the most part, midday sporting activity is not what we do in America. So the European mind should be. I want to help them. They should comprehend this. That's not what we're doing on a Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday, Sunday, yes, you can catch 100,000 people in a stadium. Second of all, I feel as though soccer is a very niche sport in this country. So you got pockets in which it'll go crazy. That's Southwestern Plains, LA. Bro, Mexican soccer sells out in the U.S. more than U.S. soccer sells out. Like, this is a known fact. If you put those Mexican clubs against some of the top clubs in Europe, all of those things, all of those games, all of those stadiums would sell out.
Ain't no Mexican club selling out when ICE is roaming around, bro. Ain't
and third, but final.
It probably still would.
That is a real big issue.
Ain't nobody, bro. Nobody's trying to fuck with ICE.
This is like,
I know this is Trump's fault.
I know this is a sports podcast, but let's be real. Like, there are some factors going on around in our country that might affect a largely immigration sport, because that's what soccer is, an immigration sport, from having immigrants come. So even, bro, they're arresting citizens, people who do have paperwork and things of that nature, and saying, get out of here, we'll figure it out later. So let's say you are on a visa, a permit, whatever type of, you might not. Such a FIFA.
Yeah. Incidentally, do you know I used to be friends with a guy whose mom left his dad for like the head of FIFA?
Blatter.
What?
Not Sepp Blatter.
You said you're friends with
my friend
and his mom left his dad
for this guy who used to be like the third in command in FIFA.
Yeah.
He died.
So it wasn't Blatter. It was like his second in command.
This was the guy who used to do all like the scamming and money laundering in the Caribbean with like getting FIFA paid, and he ended up being a rat, wearing a wire, and snitching on all the FIFA people, getting them all in prison, and he skated. And one of my boys, when I was like 11 years old,
he had to stay out for his mom.
Joe. And when I was a kid, he moved into fucking Michael Jackson's apartment in Trump Towers. And the FIFA guy's living good, man. So the corruption knows no ends. That shit was like a $10 million apartment.
Was his mom with the FIFA guy while she was married, or this was like her rebound post-divorce?
Messy, but I hope this guy never sees this. But his mom, that was like her original first boyfriend, right?
Oh, no,
got married, had a kid, had a kid, had a whole life. And then this guy came back around when she was in like her regular life with a couple kids and her husband, you know. And this dude came around, crazy rich, fourth head of FIFA, but there's a catch. He weighed 400 pounds.
He weighed 400
Yeah, he's saying that was a good thing.
400 pounds.
Now?
Like, he was not 400 pounds. Like, he was morbidly, horribly, like, Biggest Loser obese.
Like when he got her back?
When he got her back.
Oh, damn.
Like, dude had a breathing machine next to his crib, next to his bed.
And your friend told you all this?
I lived it, bro. I started going to play dates at this guy's house. He was like, you want to come to Trump Tower with me? When I was like 11, he was like, my mom got this new boyfriend. So I'm telling you that.
That's a mom who loves her kids. She's going to do anything to provide for her.
That is a funny ass bow on the top of that story.
That's a mom. That's
a mom who loves her kids.
Give her a real nice Mother's Day card if you see this. Just you
set it off.
Whose mom is getting you in Trump Towers, bro?
Not to mention, you bagged the 400-pound guy who's like 65. You know he only has so many years left in the league.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Know, like, that's not a long
she's
career.
trying to slide herself right into that will. She's trying to do it for generational wealth.
Yeah.
She was doing the OnlyFans before OnlyFans. She was out here doing
that's
her
crazy.
thing
That's
for the
crazy.
bread.
This guy might come. He might kill me if he sees that part.
Let's move on now. This guy put OnlyFans on somebody.
Her mom's ahead of her time. That's all I'm saying. 11, Brad is like 40. So 11.
I am not 40. I am 36. I am 36. That was the most uncalled for slander.
11, bro. Brad didn't even have a pager at all. Like that was 40,
Brad is like time out. Brad is like 40. It's funny as fuck.
I'm 36. All right, now to be fair, 36 is not that far from 40, so I can't really count that shit too loud.
Honestly, I didn't think it could get any funnier, but that is.
But the reason I'm saying that is because that's how far ahead of her time the mom was. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Listen, no, you don't listen.
Caught the stray, went right through the rib cage. Okay, let's get back to more football. That was quite a detour. We'll have more story time later. But so Nico Williams Starboy for Spain, been playing Atletico Bilbao. Also, Ghanaian parents, but he plays for Spain. Sorry about
Also,
that.
time out real quick. What's like what's the standard for calling somebody a star boy? Because you be throwing that around a lot.
You call a lot of people
You
Starboy.
be calling a lot of people star boys.
I don't know. It
And
sounds
Starboy
cool.
is for the Nigerian cat Saka. It's a very
Okay, I'll give you is that if you like ball out in an international competition and you're like 20, 21, I think you get some Starboy
Nico
love.
Williams is like 30.
Nico Williams is not 30.
His brother.
That's his brother
Iñaki.
Iñaki Williams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Even still, are we still counting him as a star boy because he played nice for Spain? He gets it. I'm just asking. I'm just saying I see a lot of people as star boys. I saw
He's
Ryan
been- when
Cherki
you,
stat
like-
got called a star boy, so I don't know.
Yeah, Brian is definitely throwing out star boys. Like you call bad bitches, strippers bad bitches in the strip club. So, take it with a grain of salt. Like it's something there, but it might not actually be there.
Yo, any highlight of somebody juggling a ball in practice? Brad's going to say, "Look at the star next
Hey,
star
listen,
boy
skills
next
are
up."
skills, okay? Maybe you don't appreciate
no
the
goalie
skills.
in goal, just striking.
You just want to look at goal or no goal, but there's a lot of skill in between that must be examined.
Okay, sorry. Continue. I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
So anyway, he's been sought after by Arsenal, sought after by Bayern Munich, and now he said told all of them, I'm done with you. I only want to go to Barcelona to join my man's Lamine Yamal, who they play on the team together for Spain. If this happens, does anyone have a chance in La Liga next year if they get Nico Williams? Chuck, I know you're hiring him. Rodney's a skeptic of everyone, but I'm curious because you've actually watched Nico Williams play. Rodney thought he was fucking 30, so I'm a little less
Okay, his brother was 30. Sorry.
I'm a little less interested in your opinion, but
kind of a big difference. No, I mean, here's my thing with Nico. He plays the same position as Raphinha. We just saw on another team in the same league where two people played on the same team, and it took them a little while, and it may have ultimately cost the team greater as a whole. I don't think that will happen to Barcelona if he does eventually gets on the team. But before even that, what's Barcelona money issue? Because are they gonna have to like let go? Like are we even,
they're saying they're gonna have to let go of Van Sturgen, the goalie,
or somebody else before they can even pick him up? But that's neither here nor there. I'm just curious about how that works. That Raphinha, him, and Lamine.
I mean, do you think that they could just do kind of how PSG did, like not really have like a real striker? They just kind of have like three guys that float around.
Yeah, once again, I don't know because they've mostly, to their defense, I saw the stat that Brad put in the doc that Raphinha has been great playing in the central forward attacking position. So there's something to be said, Rodney, to your point, if they just go with, hey, they kind of switch them out every other game, every couple games. I don't know.
I think the thing is that Nico really only plays on the left. He play a little bit on the right. Yamal kind of only plays on the right. But Raphinha, when they put him in kind of the false nine, where he's not the striker right at the top, but he sort of drops in and brings the balls up from the midfield, and he might be hitting a lot of through balls to Nico and Yamal. That's where Raphinha's been really good, is because his passing's on point too. So I think it could be a perfect move for Barcelona and a move that sets them up for the long term in a way that's scary. Like, Real Madrid hasn't figured out their front three long term at all, really.
It's Mbappe.
Outside of Mbappe.
Or they need to re-sign Vinny, right? Vinny's contract was coming up.
Yeah.
And Rodrigo.
And they're about to get rid of Rodrigo.
They're talking about going to Arsenal. So Barcelona will be locking in three guys up top who I think have as much talent as you could ask for as attackers. Like, Chuck, I know I've gotten texts from you during games when Nico Williams is playing where you wished he was playing for Ghana.
I mean, yeah, I wish anybody who got a Ghanaian parent would play for Ghana, but that's neither here nor there.
And Iñaki Williams plays for Ghana, his brother.
Yeah, because he's not as good as him. But that's neither here nor there. No. I mean, listen, the kid is good. To Rodney's point, I don't know if Starboy is what I'm willing to put on him, but he is like a legitimate game-changing player. Like, I believe as soon as he gets on Barca, he will have an impact on them. So
I mean, he was really good on Spain. I mean, because I thought Spain was good, but they looked way better than France, for example, and it was largely because of Yamal and
him. That's what I'm saying. Let's go back to Euros. Like, to me, that's when I got on the Yamal train, And right under that, I was like, yo, the other kid is just as good. But I was like, oh, you're 21, he's 17. Big difference. So, like, all of that played a part. But to Ronnie's point, like, in international play in particular, him and Yamal have been excelente. So, like, I would just love to see because, like, that's the thing. Him at Atletico is very weird. I think he should have been better. To Ronnie's point, like, if you're going to be on a team like that, maybe the numbers should be a little bit more eye-popping. But I think the impact is always there when I do see him play.
I think his biggest strength is making a guy miss one-on-one, retaining enough composure then to get a great shot off at goal. And, like, so many players can't do that. Like, Jeremy Doku can make his guy miss one-on-one every time. But the final ball, the shot on goal is not great. The pass is not great, you know? And I think Nico, the numbers he's going to do in Barcelona are going to be shocking. Like, I think he might have more goals than Raphinha next year. The way, if he plays all the games, I just think he's set up with that offense to get so many opportunities where he's isolating one defender between the goal. So I think Barcelona, clear favorite for La Liga if they weren't already after this move.
I mean, they just won it, so I don't know what, outside of the idea that you believe that the Madrid signings are, like, super, like, why wouldn't they be in the front runner to repeat?
Man, when Barcelona gonna get a striker? They got Lewandowski old ass walking around. Wasn't
that just the whole point?
I think this might make Lewandowski kind of a bench player.
But then who's gonna be a striker? Because you just said that Raphinha's playing behind the striker.
But false nine is when they don't play with the striker. They call it false nine because they
be what you said, Rodney. Like,
no, okay, that's what I'm saying.
This is a good one for people who are not I didn't learn this for a while, but false nine is like Messi played that sometimes, where he would be listed as a striker, but then all game he's dropping down to pick up the ball further back in the field. Whereas, like, a Haaland just stays up top the whole time.
Yeah, I got that. You said behind the striker. I was
yeah.
Kind of like you were saying the striker was on the field at the time, but no.
Yeah, I meant plays like behind where a striker plays.
We're on the same wave.
Rodney had a little extra shade he wanted to get off, and this is something that I just, this is my boy Cole Palmer. Rodney's been beating the drum for a while that if he's not scoring penalties, he's not scoring anything at all. And after a great first season with Chelsea, he has had 0 non-penalty goals in his last 26 games.
Is that good?
I can confirm from all my footy research, not good. Not very good.
And that's not even just Premier League. Like, he's played in the Super Conference League.
That is true.
He's been playing in some mid-ass tournaments. Like, he played in the FA Cup and, like round 3 of the FA Cup against fucking Millwall and shit. Like, he's been playing some mid-opponents. So when we track that, it's not just 26 Premier League games. We're talking about 26 games across all competitions. That's pretty much all of 2025, damn near. We haven't seen him score a non-penalty goal. And the only reason I bring it up is because, again, this all was the genesis of people saying that he was better than Saka. I'm
sorry, Ronnie, before you finish. And another in the comments, the dumb Americans. Listen, y'all racist. How about that? Continue, Rodney.
Yeah, that's where the whole genesis came from. And that's where, the bar, Brad was one of Cole Palmer's biggest fans, putting them up damn near next to Salah, if not next to him, right under him. I felt like it was a lot of people, not just Brad, but Brad was on the train saying Salah 1, Palmer 2 at one point, and it's as if Palmer might take him over because he's younger and ascending and all these sorts of things. And we'll see, as he gets better players around him, because Chelsea, I'm not loving Nicholas Jackson and everyone else they got going on, but at the same time, I just see Cole Palmer as a different type of player than I think the consensus. I see him as more of a distributor. I told Brad he's the Tyrese Halliburton of the Premier League. And I stand on it because, again, amazing passer. His number one attribute is making his teammates better. I think he does that. He just isn't the type of guy that's gonna, take it like Yamal, cut in, and then and shoot a curler outside the box. Like, he's not that guy.
See, now the thing that I will take umbrage with is he has literally done that for the first year and a half of his career with Chelsea.
So he's done it inconsistently. We can agree
inconsistently. And this is the difference between good players and great players. And maybe we're finding out Palmer's a good player. Honestly.
That's all I'm saying.
First season at Chelsea, he had amazing goal scoring records. His second season at Chelsea,
a lot of penalties.
Yes, but in the first half of a game this year, he scored 4 fucking goals, and they were beautiful finishes. He showed a great touch. These were not all just tap-ins or something like that. But then it changed, So I was very much on the other side, saying no, he's right there with Saka. He deserves the credit to be listed like that, but he definitely does not, because Saka would never do this. Saka would never go. No, he wouldn't. Saka would never go ghost for 26 games, especially across fucking Conference League games. Saka would be getting hat tricks in those. Like, his quality never dips enough as a goal scorer. Like Rodney said, Palmer, no matter what, he's still going to create great passes. He's still going to hit great through balls. His vision is brilliant. I believe he can rediscover that form as a goal scorer, but I can't back him right now in any way like I was, So yeah, I gotta give you that one. Take your little flowers.
Take your little flowers is crazy.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's something to tendencies. There's something to film. Like, I know we talk about a lot of this in American sports, like the NBA and NFL. I think that's valid in football as well. It gets to a point where, like, yeah, the first year people don't really know what to expect. That's why I'm looking at Palmer and I'm saying a big drop off, and it's concerning because to me, it's seeming like people are figuring him out a little bit. People are figuring out what he likes to do best. He doesn't necessarily have a counter when it comes to finishing or getting his shot off. Is what I'm seeing. I don't see many right-footed finishes, for example. I don't see many of that.
Yeah, but when was the last time you saw Mo Salah use his right foot?
Okay, but that's because Mo Salah's so good, it doesn't matter. Palmer's not that good. That's the point I'm making. Salah, you can't take away his first option. Salah does what he wants. They're taking away Cole Palmer's first option, and he doesn't have a second one. Salah is so good, he does not need a second one.
The only possible defense I can give him is that he had a hamstring injury in January that kept him out for like a month and clearly has not come back fully. So maybe there's a lingering injury because it wasn't a very abrupt change.
Yeah. Listen, he got the summer. We'll see him in August.
Yeah, we'll see.
I want that to be big in this world. Like, that's a fun little celebration.
Who did that first, Trae Young or Cole Palmer again?
I don't hear about Trae Young.
Didn't we see that debut?
Knicks fans exclusively care about Trae Young. Like, that's all.
Yeah, I don't think anyone cares more about Trae Young than Knicks fans.
That's all they care about.
That's true. A portion, I will say.
Trae Young will be at home. They're beating the Pacers in the playoffs, and I'm hearing
fuck. What are you talking about? On your mind all the time. What are you talking about?
But also, like, there's a few Knicks fans that'll start a chant, and then the rest of them are just like, hey, the edible's hitting, I might as well. Like, I would 100%.
Bandwagon fans.
I would 100%. Of course, it's New York. I would 100% chant "fuck Trae Young" if people were chanting it at the Garden.
You are not.
100%. I would. Oh, I'm gonna deny myself that joy. Right.
You are not representing your people well at all. Continue. Next.
They don't deserve to be represented well. Okay.
You're not helping. Go move on.
We are what we are. Okay. Knicks fans need to be real about that. Also, they've been saying my boy Ryan Cherki, new Man City Starboy, that they're calling my Starboy fat. I thought we did no body shaming. In 2025, the year of our Lord, I thought we were not body shaming. And I looked on Twitter, and I saw all these people body shaming Ryan Cherki. Ryan, my boy, Ryan. Let him live. Not everybody needs a six-pack, okay?
I feel that.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where the memo came in that we weren't body shaming. That's what I'm trying to understand. I just watched Luka Doncic play a full basketball season, so I know that we're out here body shaming.
He's right. We're
body shaming. When did we stop body shaming? Yeah. Now, should we? We can have a separate conversation on a different podcast.
Yeah, we're pro body shaming though.
We're body shaming.
Yeah. I feel like body shaming men is
body shaming men is
body shaming men. This is
like body shaming women. I think we probably will stay a little away from that. Body shaming men, it's like
no, we're leaning into it for sure.
Yeah, like
that's what I'm saying. So I'm trying to figure out where this new memo came where we weren't doing that. That's how it's always been.
Because he signed for Man City.
Oh, okay. Got you. Okay.
That's the logic.
So where was he playing? Was he on the wing? Was he center?
He was center.
I just saw a bunch of bad passes from all over the field, so I just wasn't sure what his actual position was this game.
Yeah, and it's funny because like his bag is like he's the guy that does a lot of tricks on the field. And so when those are not working, it looks really bad. Because he doesn't play defense, he doesn't press, he doesn't like to run. And if you're just passing the ball into people's shins, you better run on defense, buddy, or run to the fucking sideline. Like, it might be he might get benched fast by Pep. Pep has done that to guys he's bought. They have a couple stinkers, and he's like, "Oh, you're not fit for this for real." That would be sad though. Had another fallen Starboy.
It's looking likely because you guys do have a lot of depth. I feel like you guys are signing a lot of players, not necessarily one big signing, but a lot of 40 million here, 50 million there. You guys can survive, if Cherki is on the bench.
I have no idea what to expect from Man City this year, and I don't think Pep does either. I don't think Pep has a real clear idea of who he's going to be starting. I don't think he knows what formation he's going to be playing. Like, he is testing shit out this summer, and I'm not sure he's going to find the right answer.
What happens if they hypothetically win this tournament? What are you going to say?
A trophy's a trophy, goddammit, and we won something this year, and
cool.
And you didn't win shit, but Man City did. I don't know.
That's all I wanted to hear.
No, I think the problem is last year they looked outclassed versus a lot of Premier League teams and out-strategized. And I think, again, this year we're looking at the same issue. He got some great players, though. Like, there is a scenario where he figures it out, gets guys in the right spots, and they're amazing. But it's just weird that he doesn't have a clearer vision right now.
It's funny. Last week, that's what you were saying. And after a game in this stupid tournament, you have done a complete 180. It's just very interesting to piece all.
It's just they looked very vulnerable on defense again, And this team was the best team in Morocco. They should not be in on goal again and again and again. Wow. Like, respect to Morocco, but Hakim Ziyech doesn't play there. Like, all the best players, they leave.
This is the FIFA Club World Cup, bro. Like, they balling. That's the problem. Y'all trying to fake. Like, no, FIFA said, fuck you talking about? We got ballers. What you mean?
Yeah, but I've seen that story too many times as a Man City fan this past year where these teams that are much less talented are battering us. And it looked like that too. And they got lucky. They defended well and ultimately got a couple goals. But anyway, don't have much confidence there. But I hope to grow some.
Man City was like a minus 10,000 favorite on the money line or something like just absolutely ridiculous. The fact they only won 2-0 is actually kind of bad.
Yeah, it's like playing a G League team.
The spread was only 2.5. The spread for Bayern and
2.5 goals.
Yeah, but
that's a lot.
The spread for Bayern and their opening game was 4.5.
Well, Vegas knew
that.
But they covered it, didn't they?
Exactly. That's my point. Like, there's something to be said about covering at 10 versus not covering at 2-0. So,
Rodney, how much money would it take to get Cole Palmer from you if you were the Chelsea director of football?
Oh, I mean, come on. He's still good. Come on. If
I gave you 70 million euros.
He's trying to have you on TikTok. He's trying to have you in the comments on TikTok.
This seems like this is a setup. This is
the Cole Palmer fans.
No, you guys trying to get a viral moment, not off me. Trying to get a viral moment, not off me. I just saw Florian Wirtz go for 150. Ain't no damn way Cole Palmer going less than 125, 140, like 130.
Almost had him. Oh, I got to be quicker.
Yeah. Nah, you gotta do better than that.
Gotta be quicker.
Yeah, you gotta. No, terrible oral firing by you.
Terrible oral firing.
All right. Well, I think that's about it for Fried Footie today. Shout out to Kalila for sticking through this episode. Our girl, shout out to Kalila in, where is she? Jakarta? Indonesia?
I believe so. Don't let me lie. I would be lying if I told you. So.
Yeah.
But across the pond.
Deuces. Until next week, guys. See ya.